3 years ago, my Aunt Clara, at 67, could barely walk to her garden without wincing from leg pain. Her nightly leg cramps kept her awake, and she was terrified of losing her independence. She'd always been the life of our family, teaching us kids how to plant roses and bake her famous apple pie. But seeing her struggle broke my heart. Then, one simple change turned everything around a discovery about the power of nutrition that gave her legs strength, her sleep peace, and her life joy again. Did you know that 1 in 3 seniors over 65 falls every year, often because of weak legs? And here's the kicker. 80% of those falls could be prevented with the right nutrients. As a senior healthcare expert with over a decade of experience, I've seen countless lives transformed by this knowledge, and today, I'm sharing it with you. Welcome to Holistic Senior Health, where we empower you to live stronger, healthier, and happier. In this video, we're diving into the top 10 nutrients that will strengthen your legs, stop painful cramps, and keep you moving with confidence whether you're strolling through the park, dancing at a wedding, or just enjoying time with your grandkids. These aren't just vitamins. They're your ticket to staying active and independent. But here's a teaser. One nutrient, overlooked by 90% of seniors, could be the secret to saying goodbye to those annoying leg cramps for good. Stick around to find out what it is. Before we dive in, I'd love to connect with you. Drop a comment below. Where are you watching from? And what's one thing you'd love to do if your legs felt stronger? Hit that like button if you're ready to take charge of your health. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss our weekly tips to live your best life. Let's get started on this journey to stronger legs together. Let's take a moment to understand why nutrition is the secret sauce for stronger legs. You see, as we age, our bodies go through changes that can make even simple movements like climbing stairs or carrying groceries feel harder. Our muscles naturally lose mass, a condition called sarcopenia, which makes legs feel weaker. Our bones lose density, raising the risk of fractures. And our nerves, which send signals to keep us steady, don't fire as quickly. But here's the good news. The right nutrients can slow these changes and even reverse some of them. Think of your legs as a car engine. Exercise is like pressing the gas pedal. It's essential. But without the right fuel, that engine won't run smoothly. Nutrients like vitamins and minerals are that fuel. They rebuild muscle fibers, strengthen bones, and keep nerve signals sharp. A 2023 study in The Lancet found that seniors with balanced nutrient levels had a 50% lower risk of falls compared to those with deficiencies. That's powerful. Let me tell you about John, a 70-year-old retiree I worked with. John loved his morning walks in the park, but he started noticing his legs felt heavy, and he'd stumble more often. He was lifting weights and staying active, so he couldn't understand why. When we ran a blood test, we found he was low in vitamin D and magnesium, two key nutrients his muscles and nerves were starving for. After just 3 months of tweaking his diet with foods like salmon and spinach, John was back to his walks, feeling stronger and steadier than ever. The lesson here? You can exercise all you want, but without the right nutrients, your legs won't reach their full potential. It's like trying to bake a cake without flour. It just won't work. By fueling your body properly, you're not just preventing falls. You're unlocking the energy to do what you love, whether it's gardening, dancing, or playing with your grandkids. So where do we start? Up next, we're diving into the first nutrient on our list, a powerhouse called vitamin D, often nicknamed the sunshine vitamin. You'll be amazed at how it can transform your muscle strength and balance, and I'll share a simple trick to get more of it, even if you don't get much sun. Let's keep going. Let's kick things off with one of the most powerful nutrients for your legs, vitamin D, often called the sunshine vitamin. Why is it so special? Vitamin D is like a superhero for your muscles and bones. It helps your muscles rebuild stronger by boosting protein synthesis, which is crucial for keeping your legs steady and powerful. It also enhances those fast-twitch muscle fibers, the ones that help you catch your balance before a fall. And here's the kicker. It works hand in hand with calcium to make your bones rock solid, reducing the risk of fractures. But here's where it gets serious. A 2024 study in the Journal of Gerontology found that seniors with healthy vitamin D levels around 30 nanograms per milliliter in their blood had 40% better coordination and were far less likely to fall. On the flip side, low vitamin D can leave your muscles weak, your balance shaky, and your bones brittle. And here's something shocking. Nearly 80% of seniors in the U.S. are deficient in vitamin D, often because our skin becomes less efficient at making it from sunlight as we age, and many of us spend less time outdoors. Let me tell you about Susan, a 72-year-old client of mine. Susan loved her weekly book club, but climbing the stairs to her friend's house became a struggle. Her legs felt wobbly, and she was terrified of falling. When we tested her vitamin D levels, they were just 15-mLAF of what she needed. We got her started with a simple plan: 15 minutes of morning sunlight on her arms and legs, a daily serving of salmon or fortified milk, and a 1,000 IU vitamin D supplement. 3 months later, Susan wasn't just climbing those stairs, she joined a walking club and even started gardening again. Her smile said it all. So, how can you get enough vitamin D to keep your legs strong? It's easier than you think. First, try getting 15 to 20 minutes of sunlight a day. Think a short walk around your neighborhood or sitting on your porch around 10 a.m. or 3 p.m. Second, add vitamin D-rich foods like salmon, which has 600 IU per serving, or fortified milk with about 100 IU per cup. If you don't get much sun or eat these foods, a supplement is a game changer. Most seniors need 800 to 2,000 IU daily, but check with your doctor, especially if you're low. A simple blood test can tell you your levels. Oh, and one quick caution. Taking too much, like over 4,000 IU a day, can cause issues like nausea or kidney stones, so balance is key. The big lesson here? Vitamin D isn't just a nutrient, it's your ticket to moving with confidence and staying independent. A little sunlight and the right foods can make a world of difference. But vitamin D doesn't work alone. Up next, we're talking about calcium, the building block that partners with vitamin D to keep your bones and muscles in top shape. Stick around, because I'm sharing a surprising mistake many seniors make with calcium that could be holding them back. Let's move on to our next powerhouse nutrient. Calcium, a foundation for strong bones and muscles that keep you moving. You might know calcium as the key to healthy bones, but it's also a star player in how your muscles work. Every time you take a step, lift a grocery bag, or get up from your favorite armchair, calcium is there, helping your muscles contract smoothly and powerfully. Without enough of it, you could face weak bones, painful cramps, or even trouble with everyday movements. Here's why calcium is so critical. As we age, our bones naturally lose density, making fractures like hip or leg breaks more common. A 2023 study in Osteoporosis International showed that seniors getting 1,200 milligrams of calcium daily had a 30% lower risk of fractures compared to those who didn't. Low calcium doesn't just put your bones at risk. It can cause muscle cramps and sluggishness, making it harder to enjoy activities like gardening or playing with your grandkids. The catch? Many of us aren't getting enough, especially if we skip dairy or don't mix up our diet with other calcium-rich foods. Let me tell you about Helen, a 66-year-old client I worked with. Helen loved hosting family barbecues, but she started avoiding them because standing for long periods left her legs cramping and weak. After a scary stumble in her kitchen, she came to me worried about her future. We tested her calcium intake and found she was only getting about 400 milligrams a day, way below what she needed. We created a simple plan. She added a daily glass of fortified almond milk, a serving of broccoli to her dinners, and a small calcium supplement with vitamin D. She also started a 20-minute daily walk to help her bones soak up that calcium. Within 4 months, Helen was back flipping burgers at her barbecues, feeling stronger and more confident than she had in years. So, how can you boost your calcium to keep your legs strong? It's simpler than you think. Aim for 1,200 milligrams a day. That's about 3 servings of calcium-rich foods. A cup of yogurt gives you 300 milligrams, a slice of cheddar cheese about 200 milligrams, or a small can of sardines a whopping 325 milligrams. Not into dairy? Try leafy greens like broccoli or kale, which offer 100 milligrams per cup, or fortified plant-based milks. If you need a supplement, take 500 to 600 milligrams twice a day with vitamin D to help your body absorb it better. One word of caution: don't go overboard. More than 2,000 milligrams daily can lead to kidney stones or heart issues, so talk to your doctor. And here's a game changer. Pair your calcium with weight-bearing exercises like walking or light weightlifting to lock that calcium into your bones where it belongs. The lesson here? Calcium is your partner in staying active and independent, letting you enjoy the moments that matter most, like hosting a family gathering or taking a stroll in the park. A little effort can make a big difference. But strong legs need more than just strong bones, and muscles, they need healthy nerves to keep everything in sync. Up next, we're diving into vitamin B12, a nutrient that's critical for steady steps and energy. Stay with me, because I'm sharing a common mistake that could be silently draining your strength. Next up is a nutrient that's like the unsung hero of your legs, vitamin B12. This powerhouse keeps your nerves healthy, ensuring they send clear, fast signals to your muscles so you can walk, climb stairs, or even dance without missing a beat. Think of B12 as the communication network for your legs. Without it, your muscles don't get the right instructions, leading to weakness, tingling, or even unsteady steps. It's also vital for keeping your energy up, so you can stay active and enjoy the things you love. Here's why B12 is so important. As we age, our bodies often struggle to absorb it due to lower stomach acid or certain medications. A 2022 study in neurology found that seniors with low B12 levels had a 30% higher risk of falls because of poor coordination and nerve function. Shockingly, up to 20% of seniors in the U.S. are deficient in B12, and many don't even know it until they start feeling heavy legs, numbness, or trouble balancing. Left unchecked, this deficiency can lead to serious nerve damage, making it harder to stay steady on your feet. Let me tell you about Tom, a 67-year-old retiree I worked with. Tom loved his weekly golf games with his buddies, but he started noticing a tingling in his legs and felt wobbly on the course. He brushed it off as just getting old, but after a near fall, he came to me worried. A blood test showed his B12 was dangerously low at 150 pg/m, well below the healthy range of 200 to 900. We got him started with B12-rich foods like eggs and salmon, plus a daily 1,000 microgram supplement. Within 2 months, Tom was back swinging his clubs, feeling steady and full of energy. He even joked that his golf score improved. So, how can you make sure you're getting enough B12? It's easier than you might think. B12 is found in animal products like eggs, which give you 0.6 micrograms per egg, or salmon, with 4.8 micrograms per 3-ounce serving. Clams are a superstar, packing 84 micrograms in a small portion. If you're vegetarian or don't eat much meat, try fortified cereals or plant-based milks, or consider a supplement. 2.4 mg daily is enough for most, but some need higher doses or even injections if absorption is an issue. One caution: if you're on medications like metformin for diabetes, they can lower B12, so ask your doctor for a blood test to check your levels. The lesson here? Don't let a B12 shortage steal your steady steps. A few simple changes can keep your nerves firing and your legs ready for action, whether it's a golf game or a walk with your grandkids. But healthy nerves are only half the story. Your muscles need to relax properly too. Up next, we're diving into magnesium, a nutrient that can stop those pesky leg cramps in their tracks. Stick around, because I'm sharing a surprising food that's a magnesium goldmine. Let's talk about magnesium, a nutrient that's like a soothing hug for your muscles. Magnesium is your body's natural muscle relaxer, helping your legs stay calm and cramp-free, especially at night. It works by regulating nerve signals, preventing those sudden, painful muscle spasms that can wake you up. But that's not all. Magnesium also supports bone health by helping calcium do its job, making it a key player in keeping your legs strong and steady. Here's why this matters. Magnesium deficiency is incredibly common, especially in seniors. Stress, certain medications like diuretics, or a diet low in magnesium-rich foods can deplete your levels. A 2023 study in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors taking 350 milligrams of magnesium daily cut their leg cramps by 60%. Without enough magnesium, you might deal with restless leg syndrome, nighttime cramps, or even feel fatigued after simple activities like walking to the mailbox. Up to 50% of seniors may be low in magnesium, and many don't realize it's behind their discomfort. Let me share a story about Emma, a 70-year-old client I worked with. Emma loved her evening knitting sessions, but painful leg cramps kept interrupting her sleep, leaving her exhausted. She thought it was just part of aging until we checked her diet and found she was barely getting any magnesium. We added a daily spinach smoothie, a handful of almonds, and a 300 milligrams magnesium supplement to her routine. She also started doing gentle yoga stretches before bed. Within weeks, Emma was sleeping through the night, her cramps were gone, and she was back knitting her famous scarf for her grandkids with a big smile. So, how can you get enough magnesium to keep those cramps at bay? It's super doable. Aim for 320 to 420 milligrams a day. A cup of cooked spinach gives you 78 milligrams, an ounce of almonds about 80 milligrams, and a half cup of black beans around 60 milligrams. If you need a boost, a supplement like magnesium citrate or glycinate is easy to absorb. Start with 200 to 300 milligrams at night to help with sleep. One caution: too much magnesium, over 600 milligrams, can cause diarrhea, so check with your doctor. And try this. Add 10 minutes of gentle stretching or yoga before bed to enhance magnesium's muscle-relaxing magic. The lesson here? Magnesium is your secret weapon for restful nights and strong, comfortable legs. A few small changes can help you wake up ready to enjoy your day. But muscles need more than just relaxation. They need the right balance to move smoothly. Up next, we're diving into potassium, a nutrient that keeps your legs cramp-free and your bones strong. Stay tuned, because I'm sharing a delicious food you're probably not eating enough of. Now, let's dive into potassium, a nutrient that's like the conductor of your body's orchestra, keeping your muscles and nerves in perfect harmony. Potassium helps balance fluids in and around your muscle cells, ensuring they contract and relax smoothly. This means fewer painful leg cramps and stronger, more controlled movements. Plus, it plays a surprising role in protecting your bones by neutralizing acids that can weaken them over time. Here's why potassium is so crucial. Low levels can lead to muscle cramps, shakiness, or even stiffness, especially after standing or walking for a while. A 2021 study in Osteoporosis International found that seniors with potassium-rich diets had a 25% lower risk of fractures, thanks to stronger bones. But here's the catch. Many of us aren't getting enough. Things like processed foods, certain medications, or even boiling vegetables can strip potassium from our diets. Up to 70% of seniors may fall short of the recommended 2,600 to 3,400 milligrams a day, and that can make your legs feel less reliable. Let me tell you about Robert, a 73-year-old client I worked with. Robert loved tending his vegetable garden, but he started feeling leg cramps and trembling after just a few minutes of weeding. He was frustrated, thinking he'd have to give up his passion. When we looked at his diet, we found he was only getting about 1,500 milligrams of potassium a day, way too low. We added potassium-packed foods like baked sweet potatoes and avocados to his meals, and I taught him to steam his veggies instead of boiling them to keep the potassium in. Within a month, Robert was back in his garden, moving with ease and even sharing his homegrown tomatoes with neighbors. So, how can you boost your potassium to keep your legs moving smoothly? It's deliciously simple. Aim for 2,600 milligrams for women or 3,400 milligrams for men daily. A medium baked sweet potato with the skin gives you 450 milligrams. Half an avocado packs 975 milligrams, and a cup of cooked spinach offers 540 milligrams. Try steaming or baking your veggies instead of boiling to hold onto that potassium. Supplements can help, but they're tricky. Too much potassium can affect your heart, especially if you have kidney issues, so always check with your doctor first. And here's a tip. Pair potassium-rich foods with plenty of water to help your muscles stay hydrated and cramp-free. The lesson here? Potassium is your key to moving with confidence, whether you're gardening or chasing after your grandkids. A few smart food choices can keep your legs steady and strong. But strong legs need more than fluid balance, they need bones that can handle the load. Up next, we're diving into vitamin K, a nutrient that makes sure calcium goes exactly where it's needed. Stay with me, because I'm sharing a surprising source of this vitamin you'll wish you knew about sooner. Let's move on to vitamin K, nutrient that's like the traffic director for your body, guiding calcium exactly where it needs to go, your bones. Vitamin K ensures calcium builds strong bones instead of piling up in your arteries, where it could cause stiffness or heart issues. It also reduces inflammation in your joints, helping you move more comfortably, and even supports muscle coordination to keep your steps steady. Here's why this is a big deal. Weak bones and stiff joints are major hurdles for seniors. A 2023 study in Bone Research showed that seniors with higher vitamin K intake had 20% stronger bones and a lower risk of fractures. Vitamin K also helps ease knee stiffness from osteoarthritis, a common complaint as we age. But here's the problem. Many of us don't get enough. Diets low in green vegetables or issues like digestive disorders can leave you short, and up to 30% of seniors may not be getting the recommended 90 to 120 micrograms a day, putting their bones and joints at risk. Let me tell you about Clara, a 69-year-old client I worked with. Clara loved her morning walks with her dog, Max, but her knees ached so much she started cutting them short. She was worried about losing her mobility and missing those precious moments with Max. When we checked her diet, we found she rarely ate greens or fermented foods, so her vitamin K levels were low. We added a daily kale smoothie and a small serving of fermented yogurt to her meals. Within a few months, Clara's knee pain eased, and she was back to her full walks, tossing a ball for Max with a huge smile on her face. So, how can you get enough vitamin K to keep your bones strong and joints happy? It's easier than you think. Aim for 90 to 120 micrograms a day. A cup of cooked kale gives you 145 micrograms, a cup of spinach about 120 micrograms, and a small serving of fermented yogurt or cheese can add 50 micrograms of the powerful K2 form, which is extra effective for bones. If you're not a fan of greens, try tossing spinach into a smoothie or sprinkling broccoli into your soups. Supplements are an option, but be cautious. Vitamin K can interact with blood thinners like warfarin, so always check with your doctor. And here's a tip. Pair vitamin K foods with a bit of healthy fat, like olive oil, to boost absorption. The lesson here? Vitamin K is your partner in keeping your bones sturdy and your joints flexible, so you can enjoy every step of your day, from dog walks to dancing at a family party. But strong bones and joints are only part of the equation. Your muscles need energy to keep going. Up next, we're diving into vitamin B6, a nutrient that powers up your nerves and muscles. Stay tuned, because I'm sharing a simple food swap that could double your energy. Let's shine the spotlight on vitamin B6, a nutrient that's like a spark plug for your nerves and muscles. Also known as pyridoxine, B6 keeps your nerves firing smoothly, so your legs respond exactly when you need them to, like when you're climbing stairs or chasing after your grandkids. It also helps repair and build muscle tissue, making your legs stronger, and supports red blood cell production to deliver oxygen, keeping you energized for the activities you love. Here's why B6 is so important. Low levels can lead to sluggish nerve signals, causing numbness, tingling, or even unsteady walking. A 2022 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors with B6 deficiency had 20% slower muscle recovery after activity, leaving them feeling tired and weak. The problem? As we age, our bodies may not absorb B6 as well, especially if we have digestive issues or eat a diet low in B6-rich foods. Up to 25% of seniors may not get the recommended 1.5 to 1.7 milligrams a day, and that can sap your strength without you even realizing it. Let me tell you about Mike, a 66-year-old client I worked with. Mike loved his daily walks around his neighborhood lake, but he started feeling heavy legs and exhaustion after just a few minutes. He thought he was just out of shape, but a blood test showed his B6 levels were low. We added B6 rich foods like salmon and chickpeas to his meals, along with a small 1.5 milligram supplement. Within 6 weeks, Mike was walking his full route again, full of energy, and even started joining his daughter for weekend hikes. He told me, "I feel like I got my legs back." So, how can you boost your B6 to keep your legs powered up? It's super simple. Aim for 1.5 milligrams a day for women or 1.7 milligrams for men. A 3-ounce serving of salmon gives you 0.6 milligrams. A cup of chickpeas about 0.2 milligrams, and a medium potato with the skin offers 0.4 milligrams. Fortified cereals are another easy option. If you need a supplement, stick to 1.5 to 2 milligrams daily. Too much, over 100 milligrams, can harm nerves, so check with your doctor. And here's a tip. Eat B6 foods with protein, like pairing chickpeas with grilled chicken to help your muscles use it better. The lesson here? Vitamin B6 is your key to staying energized and steady, so you can keep up with the moments that matter, like hiking with family or enjoying a morning walk. Now that we've covered our top nutrients, it's time to tie it all together. Up next, I'm sharing a simple action plan to put these tips into practice and keep your legs strong for years to come. Stay with me, because I got a surprising habit that could transform your health in just 5 minutes a day. We've covered a lot today, haven't we? From vitamin D to B6. These 9 nutrients: vitamin D, calcium, B12, magnesium, potassium, vitamin K, B6, plus a couple of bonus helpers are your toolkit for stronger legs, fewer cramps, and the confidence to live life on your terms. But knowing is only half the battle. It's time to put it all together with a simple action plan that can transform your health and keep you moving, whether you're gardening, dancing at a family wedding, or just enjoying a stroll with your grandkids. So, let's break it down into a plan you can start today. First, build your meals around these nutrients. Try a daily smoothie with spinach, a banana, and almond milk. It hits vitamin K, potassium, and magnesium in one go. Add a serving of salmon or yogurt for vitamin D, B12, and calcium, and toss in chickpeas or a baked sweet potato for B6 and potassium. Second, move your body. A 20-minute walk or light weightlifting session 3 times a week helps your bones and muscles use these nutrients better. Third, check your levels. Ask your doctor for a blood test to measure vitamin D, B12, and magnesium every 6 months to stay on track. And finally, talk to your doctor before starting supplements, especially if you're on medications like blood thinners or metformin, to avoid any hiccups. Let me share one last story about Linda, my 68-year-old aunt who inspired this journey. 3 years ago, Linda could barely walk to her mailbox without leg pain, and she was terrified of losing her independence. She felt stuck, but we created a plan just like the one I'm sharing with you. She started with small steps: a daily yogurt and kale salad, a short walk around her block, and a vitamin D and magnesium supplement. She also got her B12 levels checked. Today, Linda walks 2 miles every morning, hosts family game nights, and even dances with her grandkids at their school events. She told me, "I never thought I'd feel this strong again." That's the power of these nutrients when you put them into action. The big lesson here? You don't need to overhaul your life to have stronger legs. Small, consistent changes like adding a nutrient-rich food or a short walk can add up to a big difference, giving you the freedom to live the way you want. You've got this. Now it's your turn to take the first step. Hit that like button if this video inspired you to try something new for your health. Drop a comment below. Which nutrient are you excited to add to your routine? Or share your own story about staying active. I'd love to hear it. And don't forget to share this video with a friend or family member who could use stronger legs, too. Subscribe and ring the bell, because next week, we're diving into 5 simple exercises to make your legs twice as strong, and you won't believe how easy they are. Thank you for joining me on Holistic Senior Health Ears to stronger legs and a healthier, happier you.